I combined a whole bunch of mods to make the ultimate alien survival planet. Check out some of the stuff here. We got a super eerie forest, pretty creepy. We got some cool new structures. Look at this, look at the fog on this. That looks amazing. I'm gonna live here and thrive for 100 days. This planet houses a series of alien creatures, items, challenges, and so much more. Can I survive 100 days on this alien planet in hardcore Minecraft? Let's find out. Before we get into the 100 days, this video is sponsored by honey. No, wait, that's not honey. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. No, not Raid. Oh wait, it actually is Raid Shadow Legends? Alright. Everyone knows Raid Shadow Legends by now, but did you know it's Raid's 2nd anniversary? That's right, it's been 2 years since Raid burst into the scene and completely took over mobile gaming, and since then, Raid's only gotten bigger and better. Raid Shadow Legends is the largest mobile game in the United States, with over 70 million downloads. But it's not limited to mobile, you can play this incredible game on your PC as well. Over 1 million players log on each day. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan the QR code you're seeing right now, and you'll get your free epic champion, Jotun, who is amazing for Doom Tower, 100k silver, 50 gems, and 3 ancient shards, so you can summon amazing champions as soon as you get in game. And you'll even get this champion completely for free. You will find extra rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Raid wants to thank all of its amazing players and community for all the awesome songs, competitions, cosplay, content creators, and the good times. Because this month is Raid's 2nd anniversary, the schedule is absolutely packed with amazing events. They've got 6 straight weeks of anniversary events and tournaments running from March 1st all the way through the middle of April. All of them with insane prizes to win. They're even launching their first clan versus clan tournament to give their players each a chance to compete directly against another clan to see who comes out on top. And if that's not enough, they have also recently released an amazing looking Shadowkin faction. Check them out. I'll definitely try to get my hands on some of them. Raid's huge already, and their whole anniversary event makes it an awesome time to join the Raid community. So don't wait around. Also, real quick, I just wanted to say that this video took over 60 hours to make. This is what I've been working on for the last month, so if you would, drop a like. Also, subscribing would make me a very happy person. You have nothing to lose, and I really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who liked and commented on the video, and you know what? Thanks to everyone who's watching the video too. You guys are amazing. Okay, enough stalling, let's survive. Alright, here we are, Alien Planet. This place really gives me the creeps. Anyway, I started off the first day breaking everything in sight because I needed something to eat. I found something that had the word berry in it, so that was good enough for me. I then ran into this odd looking creature and boxed it to death. I got something called silk fiber, I don't know what that is, but I might as well keep it. I found something that somewhat resembled a dead tree, so I started whacking it. Turns out it actually was a tree. Anyway, I made the essentials, an axe, pickaxe. Suddenly, I stumbled across a strange structure. Whoa, what is this? Wait, a pick? Oh, I can put items on it? I started mining something that looked like stone, and sure enough, it was stone, so I made myself some stronger tools. What the? A giant snowman? What is that? I soon investigated. On my way over, I found what looked like an outhouse. Oh, it goes down. Aliens? Is this what zoos are like on this planet? Yep, 2 little booger creatures were asleep in the glass cage. After striking it, it woke up and then 2 seconds later fainted again. This booger had some serious energy issues. I got up close to the snowman and it was nothing interesting, literally just a bunch of balls on top of each other. I ate my last piece of food when I noticed something in the end stone. Ender shard? I mean, I'll take it. I started to farm because I was already out of food. Also, these endermen must be pretty shy because I looked at him for a split second and he was not having it. No. Oh man, this is not good. I'm already gonna die to an enderman on the first day. Oh, I know. Go on. Yes. Oh, I think I got him. After farming for 2 days straight, I realized I had enough food for the road and went on my journey. On day 3, I found whatever this is. I think it must be a fallen ship from an end city or something. Pretty cool though. There were a bunch of bookshelves inside, so naturally I swiped them when no one was looking. After a few hundred blocks, I found something I couldn't believe. Oh, no way, diamond ore? No, idiot. The end city. That's not even diamond ore. That's something called Felicium or something like that. I made it to the end city and these shulkers were not happy. I think they must be smokers because their voices were shot. Speaking of shot, I got shot by a whole bunch of them just for destroying their home. Some people have no sense of humor. Once inside, I found a bunch of shulker boxes, which, I mean, I'm not complaining, but where's my end city loot? Oh wait, there it is. 8 chests in one room filled to the brim with OP items. This was the dream. I made my way up even higher in the end city and 4 more chests appeared. This was so great. Actually, you know what? I take that back. This wasn't great. Stuck at the top of a tower with no way of getting down, this was anything but great. At least, that's what I was thinking. Suddenly, I had a 900 IQ moment. Okay, fine. It was more like a 95 IQ moment. But hey, for me, that's pretty good. After that clutch, I realized the only thing that can save me out here is the ender pearls. So I gathered as many as I could before realizing I could insta-mine all the stone in this biome, and I got pretty distracted by that. Also, I found this. It's a tower. When I went inside, the floor started moving. Yeah, moving. I'm not really sure what's going on there. There was no chance of me going down there. No chance at all. Anyway, I went down there, and yeah. This was not my brightest idea. I am definitely not the sharpest light bulb in the gallery, not by a long shot. I would not have survived this long if that in-city did not have so much food for me. I found this blue biome that apparently grew the very berries I was chomping down right now. Oh yeah, I also did this. I don't want to talk about it. Turns out you can mine these ore blocks as long as you have a good enough pick, and the substance that I got from them looks kind of like coal. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not sure I know how to pronounce it, but I think it's probably like coal. It was early day 6 when I found my dream biome. Definitely going to build my base here. Also, it wasn't actually early day 6 because technically there are no days here because there's no sun. But for the video, we'll just say every 20 minutes is a day like in normal Minecraft. Deal with it. I found a spot that I liked and settled in. I really hated the way these weird plants looked, so I decided to become a lawnmower for a few minutes and get rid of them. I planned out my base to be in this tall spire tower thingy, so I threaded it with a ladder. Threaded? Why did I write threaded? Anyway, I put a ladder in it. I also, I did this. I'm not particularly proud of it either. Anyway, I carved out a room and started planting berries. These things grow crazy fast. Day 7, yes, a week complete. Today I added some ferni to my entry room and cooked my cacti and my ferni and got some white dye. Then I turned all my shulker boxes white and added them as storage. The next thing I did was name my diamond pickaxe the coordinates to my base. Please don't come and stalk me. I decided to explore a bit around my base and found these weird crystal things. I also found whatever this is. I'm thinking the mod developers forgot to name this item. After running a ways, I found some sort of catacombs, and instead of going in them, I decided to go on top of them and look for the treasure rooms that way. It's a lot safer. On day 8, I had to choose either to take the ladder or build up. I chose the ladder. Anyway, at the top I found myself some gems and a few tools. On my way back, I noticed this block looked a little different from the rest. Turns out, it's redstone. Huh. Also, check this out, gunpowder. Did not see this coming. I don't know what I can use it for, but it seems useful. Oh yeah, also, this happened. Oh man, I did not mean to look at him. Alright, I hope he won't follow me through here. Okay, good. It looks like he's not here. Yeah, I don't see him at all. I think that we're safe. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I thought that was him down there for a second. That would have been bad. Alright. Nobody behind me. Oh, what? Wait. How are there 2 of them now? No! What do I do? I don't know. How do I survive? Maybe if I go under here. Suck it, enderman. Basically, the rest of day 8, I ran around and raided any structure I could find. The next day, I found another end city. Woohoo! This one had 4 chests, and the best prize of them all? Shulker spawners. Wait, no. Elytra. It was pre-enchanted with unbreaking and mending. I didn't even know that was possible, but I'll take it. I stole the Shulker's banner and used it on my shield. Nice. Apparently there's a phantom spawner somewhere because these guys would not leave me alone. I flew around for a while and then found another dungeon, catacombs, maze, stronghold, fortress structure. I don't know what they're called, so that's what I'm going to call them until I find out. Oh, there's a Shulker in there. Ooh, I don't know if I can get him. Oh. Turns out, I'm an idiot. I mean, that's no surprise, but it was just a shulker box, not a shulker. On day 10, I listened to my new music disc while sorting my storage. Also, turns out you can craft some sort of guidebook for this world. I'll have to remember that. I added some windows, but it just makes my base look like a prison. I like it. If I was going to keep going out on long expeditions, I was going to need a larger food storage, so I built another farm. I didn't like how full my base was with trees. Felt like I was living in a forest, so I got my trusty axe and shears and started chopping. As I was slicing away, I noticed a pair of eyes looking directly at me. What the heck? Hello? Hi, sir. Would you mind dying? Thank you. Where was I? Oh yeah, deforesting my base. After cleaning out the area, I could see my base was starting to take shape. I waited on this vine for a very long time, hoping it would decay and I would fall off. Never happened. Severely disappointed. I noticed this nearby glowy biome, so I flew over to it and started harvesting it. I used the crystals that I mined to make a massive crystal at the center of my base. I'm hoping it'll light it up better and keep the enderman out. On day 13 I finished it, and it's not great, I'll say that, but I made it, so I'm proud of it. I decided to finally enter the dungeon Catacombs maze stronghold fortress structure and found a treasure beyond my wildest dreams. This treasure was unbelievably good. I never thought I'd be able to obtain this item. String. With string you can make bows, fishing rods, and well, fishing rods too. I added 2 of my swords together to make this butte. I love it. The next day I mined out all that nasty red moss around my base because I wanted to replace it with something a little nicer. And what's nicer than lush green moss? So I insta-mined a shulker box full of this stuff and headed back. After 2 days of traveling, I finally made it back to my base and decided to make a proper storage room. On day 18, I started placing down all the green moss that I had gathered. I think it looks a lot better than the red and pink moss. Day 19, I wanted to be able to enchant, so I crafted up an enchantment table, some bookshelves, and scouted out an area where I can put it. The next day I discovered redstone, so I decided to put it to good use with a piston door. After a very long time of not knowing how to craft a piston and being a general redstone genius, this door was created. I was flying out for reasons no one can be sure of and found this little caterpillar that farts sparkles and flies. Unfortunately, they don't drop anything when they die. I noticed an end city not far off and decided, why not? So, not so funny story, there was a particle that looked like an XP orb. I told you it wasn't a funny story. Anyway, I went in the place, killed the things, took a flying lesson, had an adrenaline rush, and yeeted out of there. On my way back, I found a strange dark biome. Apparently Emojing forgot to remove Herobrine from this update. These idiots creeped me out. Like, really out. So far out, I was 30 blocks out of the biome, and they still walked towards me. I found a baby caterpillar and somehow it disappeared. I don't know why. Check this out. I found a sponge that duplicates every time you break it.
Yo, what is that? Oh, there's 2 of them. They're like tree houses.
The entrance was all overgrown, so my guess is no one has lived here for a very long time. There wasn't much inside except this endstone smelter. I never really figured out how these things worked. I really wanted firework rockets now that I had an elytra, but I was missing a key ingredient. I traveled to a nearby set of catacombs and searched for this ingredient. Found a few treasure rooms, but that's not really what I'm here for. I also found, whatever this room is. Honestly, I have no clue. Oh, wait, I just figured it out. I think it's supposed to be some sort of potion room, or like brewing thing. Like you use these crystals in the water, and like the brewing stand to make potions. I don't know. Well, too late now, I guess. Suddenly, I found the very thing I had been searching for, after 2 minutes.
Yes! Paper, finally!
But then, without any warning whatsoever, completely unexpected, I found something way better than paper.
Yo! Is that grass? No way! I did not know you could get that. It's grass! No way!
On day 23, I made it out, crafted up a few rockets, and was out of there. Then I discovered a new structure, so yeah, I looted that one too. I noticed this weird spiky obsidian tower spire. Turns out it's an entire field of them. After a day of flying around, I found yet another biome. This one was full of crystal shards sticking out of the ground. These crystals harness a very unique and powerful ability. Every time I break them, my frame rate drops. Oh wow, look, another new biome, yay. As I was flying with excitement, I noticed a tall thing. Not very descriptive, I know, but I couldn't really tell what the heck I was flying towards. Upon closer inspection, I realized I still don't know what the heck it is. Surrounding the thing was a bunch of this endstone dust. It looked and sounded like sand, yet when I used a shovel, it was no faster than my hand. Oh wow, look, again, it's another tower with catacombs, yay. This time, I found a new room. It had 2, things. Anyway, one of them disappeared and left behind some stalker steak. The rest of the dungeon was so foggy I couldn't even see 2 blocks in front of me. I turned a corner and checked this out. Soul sand with skeleton skulls. As you can see, I was paralyzed for a few seconds. This happens a lot throughout the video. On day 28, I got back and named my bow. Gotta love Bo Schmo. I wasn't super happy with my automatic door, so I started redesigning it. And because of my absolute redstone genius, this only took an entire day to finish. I planted a blue lazoo tree over here, hoping I could get some lapis from it for enchantments. I don't know though. Well, I'll have to come back and see.
No. Oh, no. What? He does so much damage. No, there are 2 of them. Oh, yes. Oh, man.
I was so happy that I forgot to finish covering up my redstone, otherwise this video would be a whole lot shorter. I drew a map and it looks kind of weird, not gonna lie. I wanted to fill out my large map, so I went to the cryptocurrency or something biome and harvested a boatload of gunpowder.
And boom, that's a lot of rockets.
The next day I wanted to spruce up my base with a little tenene wood. The pink wood. After a little bridge building, I had a fully blown, easy, besides flying with elytra, way to get to the island that had no purpose. Yay. The bridge was a little dark, so I crafted up a few lanterns and solved that problem easy peasy. I was pretty tired of this absolute garbage way of getting up and down my base, so I destroyed it and replaced it with a much better design. Water elevators. This actually took me a couple days. I noticed the block was out of place, so, like the MLG I am, I fixed that bad boy up like something that gets fixed up. These elevators are so much better than that doo-doo ladder. Anyway, I figured out a really good use for that empty island that I built my bridge to. I used it for my enchanting space. It's a lot better than where I had put it. However, I still didn't have any lapis, so, yeah. I flew over to my blue lazoo tree and tried to make it into lapis. Turns out I can't. Day 34 rolled around and I was digging. My base still had a lot of ugly pink moss everywhere, and I liked the green so much better. So I filled up a few boxes with it and I was on my way. It was at this point I realized how ugly the crystal in the middle of my base was, so I tore it down and replaced it with a beautiful pond. I also set up a few smaller crystals around my base just to light it up a little bit. On day 37 I added a small waterfall to the pond, but the water is so clear on this planet that you can hardly even see it. For the rest of day 37, I tidied up my base, adding stones around the lake and green moss in every nook and cranny.
Ah, that's a lot better.
I really wanted some fish in my lake, so I traveled a ways and found these jellyfish. Turns out when you try to capture them, they just disappear. Good job, mod team. Eventually I did capture some endfish though. As I was flying back on day 38, I flew through a cloud of silk moths. Yes, this is a massive amount of moths flying around. I have no idea why. I killed 100 of them, but it seems like they kept repopulating just as fast as I could kill them. I honestly have no idea what they're doing. I really wanted to craft that book that's supposed to be a guide for this planet because honestly, I know nothing about the mods in this world. I just downloaded a bunch. So after trolling a few endermen, I eventually figured out how to craft the book. After 2 days of gathering materials, I was able to make it. It was at this point that I learned that it's actually possible to travel back to the Earth, the overworld. This was my new goal now. By the end of the 100 days, I wanted to make it back. Later that day, I wanted to see if it was possible for me to get bone meal, and yes, it was. So I grabbed my dirt and my hoe and was ready to farm. Too bad the grass looks horrible in this biome. Anyway, I kept growing and breaking grass in order to get seeds. Now that I had seeds, I could plant a proper farm and grow wheat. Day 42, I made my sword even more OP. I also added some vines that glow underneath my bridge, hoping that they would grow down and light up the lake. I decided to make a new floor on my amazing base. This floor would have a balcony that I could look off into the distance on. And, like any good floor, it has a bridge. Man, I love bridges. Look at that view. After looking off the balcony, I realized how much pink moss there still is everywhere, so I went out to replace as much as I possibly could. Oh yeah, that's better. Day 44, I went fishing. Yep, that's it, just fishing. Pretty boring stuff. Except wait, not boring because I actually didn't just go fishing. I found an end city and I almost died. These idiots mimic whatever armor and sword I have and fight with them. Underneath the end ship, I found these weird looking purpur men. They're super strong. They do like 2 hearts each hit they hit you, and I have the best armor in town. I killed one of them, and all I dropped was some lame old blocks. For the next 3 days straight, I explored. I found absolutely nothing. I did find this weird crystal thing. It kind of reminds me of when you chew gum right after eating lunch and then there's food stuck in your gum. Oh yeah, I also found a couple of mega trees. On day 50, I flew into an amber biome because I needed amber in order to make eternal crystals, which were needed to make the portal that takes me to the overworld. I must say, this stuff's pretty rare because it took me 2 entire days just to get enough. I had to make Eyes of Ender with this amber and then craft 9 pedestals with them. Whew, that took a while. I placed them in the correct places, but I was short on materials. I figured it was going to take me a long time to get enough materials, so I quit while I was ahead. The next day, I flew to an end ship and stole a bunch of wool from the shulkers. I made and named a banner to mark the spot where the portal ruin was on my map. This way, when I had enough supplies, I wouldn't have to build my own portal, just light it. But according to the book, lighting the portal is the hardest part. I made a lead because I wanted to trap one of the sparkle farting caterpillars as a pet. I captured 2 of them and hanged them above the pond. I wanted to learn more about the creatures that I just captured, so I looked it up in the book and there was just a ton of words. Anyway, I learned that you can ride these creatures using saddles and chorus fruit on a stick.
Oh, no way, it actually works. This is so cool.
After riding it for the good part of day 53, I wanted to breed them, so I planted some chorus fruit because according to the book, they love to nibble on that stuff. I wanted to capture more endfish for my pond because the current ones kept killing themselves. I got distracted though because I was really curious as to what was inside the watery volcanoes. Turns out, it's just a whole lot of nothing. I got back, bred my caterpillars, and rode the baby. I decided to finally fight the wither. I'll just let you watch how this went down. Heck yeah, 360 no scope for a final shot. That's what I'm talking about. Now that I had a nether star, I could craft a beacon. I needed glass though, so I flew around till I found an end waste biome, which houses a ton of endstone dust which you can smelt into glass. So I made it back, smelted the stuff, crafted the thing, made the structure, kaboom, infinite effects. One beacon just didn't seem like enough though. I mean, it's okay, but think about it, 2 beacons, twice as much power. So I flew back to my old spot and killed another wither. I don't know if you guys can remember that far back, but this is the same place that I killed my first wither. I remember it like it was yesterday. Using my incredible Hawkeye powers, I never missed a single shot with my bow. Hitting the wither over and over again, I could feel I was winning the fight. So I killed the wither, crafted another thing, made the structure, and kaboom, 2 effects. Day 57, I wanted to get XP. I did have a lame enderman farm, but let's face it, that thing's pretty trash. I think we need to go big, really big, super massive. Okay, actually still pretty small, but it's progress. So I found an island, chopped the trees, leveled the ground, built a bridge, lit up the surrounding area, and killed some endermen. The farm was good, but I felt like it could be a little better, so I expanded it. Even though I didn't need XP, I kept farming them. There's just something about seeing their little heads pop up every time I look at them. Oh yeah, I almost died here too. I honestly don't know how I survived that. After a good day of farming XP, I finally replaced the Frostwalker on my boots with Depth Strider. Now my pond won't freeze every time I go near it. My farm was almost perfect. There was just one problem. I was getting way too many ender pearls from it. So I gathered some redstone, and using my genius redstone knowledge, I solved that problem. I call it the dumper. Or the flusher. I haven't decided yet. I also made sure to mark my farm on the map. I didn't even want the XP. I just wanted to keep getting tons of endermen triggered and then flushing them. It's so great. A day later, I was still here grinding away, making my gear the best it could be. Oh, here we are, day 62. This day is insane. You guys just watch.
Ooh, that was close. Alright, I'm going back in. I need this mimic cream. Oh, he's gone. I guess he despawned. Alright then, I guess I'll just get the elytra. Whoa, whoa! That is a lot. We're out of here. No. Okay, go. Go. Oh no, I'm floating. No, the stupid shulkers. Come on.
That was way too close. There's no way I'm going back there again. Except I really wanted that mimic cream. So I went back there again.
Oh no, bad idea. Nope, I'm jumping off. Come on, no. Yes. Whew.
Day 64, hey, stack of days. I spent this day down in the catacombs looking for more paper. I realized on day 65 that I didn't have any furnaces, so I made a furnace room underneath my enchanting room. I noticed another island close by, so I made a short bridge to it. I just love having bridges connecting all of my islands. It looks so cool. In this one I put a farm. I only had a little dirt, so I made my farm in no particular shape, just symmetrical.
Oh, did I come in at a bad time? Okay. I'm sorry, little one. Goodbye.
Day 67, I found a couple cool rooms. I found this end portal room, also an elytra, but way more importantly, I found villagers. I didn't even know this was possible. I had no idea. Anyway, I took them back to my base where I planned to make a village. Day 71, I scouted out an area to build the village for the 2 nerds I found. Eventually, I got a good spot for it and started building. I ran out of materials way too fast, so I flew back to the end tower and gathered its blocks. I wanted at least 2 houses for the nitwits I found, so I constructed a second one. After finishing it, I realized how dangerous it was for a couple of idiots alone on this planet, so I put a fence around the village. I also added some tiki torches because I didn't really want endermen to spawn in the village. The village was finally complete, so I brought my 2 test subjects over to see how they liked it. I gave them both jobs because I figured life can't be very good without a solid career. Day 74, I destroyed my farm that's in no particular shape and built it up in the village. I also needed emeralds to trade with my 2 morons, so I replaced the emeralds in the beacon with gold. I wanted to flex my wealth on the villagers, so I built a totally not hollow stack of emeralds. I haggled with the librarian to get a good trade. I didn't want anything in particular, just looking until I find something I want. The next day I found something I wanted, so I tore down the totally not hollow stack of emerald blocks and bought some bread. These geeks kept sleeping in beds, even though on this planet, if you sleep in beds, it explodes, so I don't know how they did it. True mad lads, I guess. Anyway, I traded with this guy for a while, and they gave me something I was not expecting. Lapis. I was finally able to enchant. I bought his entire stock, headed up to the enchanting room, and made my axe glowy. The next day I had big plans, so I started a pumpkin farm. While waiting for the pumpkins to grow, I modified the aesthetics around my base a little. I wanted more bone meal, so I turned all my cookies into bone meal. I do not understand how this game works. Also, this stupid nerd kept taking all my bone meal. Day 77, I exploded a bed. That's it. That's all I did on day 77. Day 78, I started digging out a room underground. I also found some water and failed miserably to get rid of it. I don't want to talk about it. I decided it was finally time. Time to man up and kill another wither, all by myself. Oh, these iron golems, they're just for looks. Alright, here we go. Let's see if this thing works.
Here we go. Go. Run. Alright. Please don't kill the iron golems. Alright. This is going well. This is going really well. Look at his health drop. He's already down half health. He's going fast. Oh, he's dead. He's totally dead.
Wow, that was so fast. It took like 15 seconds for these Iron Men to kill the Wither. I should do this more often. So, I did it again using my last Wither skulls. Many Iron Golems were hurt and even brutally killed in the making of this. I added the 2 beacons and now I had a quad beacon. I was basically the most powerful being on this planet now. The villagers weren't repopulating, so I decided to construct yet another house. The whole village looked pretty good, but I knew how to make it look even better. I tore down all that nasto endstone and replaced it with this lush green moss. It looks so much nicer this way. I spent the next few days working on the village, mostly trying to get these nitwits to repopulate, but I never got it to work. I went out exploring for a very long time. Seriously, it took 4 days. I found a new structure. It was some sort of creepy old witch's house or something. It looked kind of cool, but there was no loot or anything, so kind of lame. Oh, I also found this thing, and I don't really know what it is. After a few days, I finally made it back. I think I must have traveled like 50,000 blocks or something, because it took forever for me to get back. Anyway, I fixed up the gradient of the moss in the village with endstone around it, and so I think it looks pretty nice now. The next 8 days, I literally just spent gathering materials for the portal to get me back to the Earth. And that's 1 eternal crystal. I need 5 more of them. After a very long time gathering all the materials, I decided before I leave, I should leave these villagers with protection. So I built them a good old iron golem. Actually, a bunch of iron golems. I even tested them out. Okay, day 99. It was finally time to light this portal. I think I went a little crazy in the head when I did this because I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. Alright, day 100. I knew it was time.
Okay, here goes. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I forgot one of the mods I have turns the overworld into better terrain. Oh well.
And thus concludes 100 days survived on an alien planet. Thank you for watching.